And with that, welcome back into MLE Esports, or Minor League Esports, presented by APM Music. Week 1 coming to a conclusion here shortly as we come across our final stream match of the evening. It is the Master League that comes into center focus. It's the Jets and the Express. And we welcome back in Inanimate J, and another one that has a couple of, 4 good players on the roster. Should be a fun one, competitive from start to finish. I'm looking forward to it.
Curtis, I know you got here a little bit late, but this is only the second of 4 matches tonight, my guy.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
But it is the Master League. It's the new league this season as we split the old Premier League in twain from 15 to 17 in the, or 15 to 16-5, with 17 being the rank-up point for Master League. Premier League, which has put up a couple of really entertaining matches so far this weekend, being 17 and up with no salary cap, making for some pretty fun matches. But this one, the low Grand Champs getting to have their day as the Jets and Express looking to get first blood here in the Forge division.
Yeah, absolutely, should be a good one. Jets are going to be in the red, the Express going to be in the blue, the dark blue. That's going to be on the field, the Salty Shores. We're ready to go though. Rocket League is on the horizon. It is Ripper and Gobble Wobble for the Jets. It is Alton and Rushy for the Express, and we're ready to go with game number 1, a 5-game set as these two teams fight for a week 1 victory, and we are on the clock. It is Rushy and Gobble Wobble gonna be the first ones to go after it. Ripper in his own corner tries to work it along the side. Real good read. He's gonna put Gobble Wobble in a real tough spot, but the save is made, and Gobble will have it in his possession, getting it back to midfield. Jets' first real chance is going to start right now. It looks like a good offensive demo is going to set the Jets up real nicely. That pinch, though, from Alton is real nice defensively, and Gobble will have to touch this off the side to get it back towards mid. Gobble, one more. That goes off the nose, though. Ripper's going to have a chance on a booming clear and is going to get one. That's going to be high and loud. Gobble trying to read it. The defensive touch does so, and has possession for the Jets. Ripper into the mid. Put up into the air. Gobble with the touch. Into the corner they go as we play about 50 seconds in. Not much happening on either side right now. No real balls into frame. Everything's been in the corners and along the side walls, and neither team had a real big threat to this point.
A little bit of feeling out right now as the team's just trying to find a rhythm, although from the Jets early on, the double commit offensively that the Express could not convert. Gobble with an attempt, but a big bump by Alton, I believe, to clear that one out, and then a demo for the efforts to get this one again, fighting through midfield. Neither team really finding a good rhythm here on either side.
And liking what I see from the Jets, though, the really nice offensive pressure for the most part. Rushy's going to take full advantage, though, of a real nice pass off the back, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Express.
Unfortunately for the Jets here, both in the corners as Gobble tries to get a read on that one. Rushy's got a better line. The side flip not helping matters anyway, as Ripper kind of bailed out on that one in the rotation, left the Jets net relatively undefended, and the Express will take the first one.
Minute and a half in, 1-0 lead for the Express, and they might have a chance at another one here. Ripper's in a tough spot defensively, but a real nice save, getting up above the bar to take that one aside. It'll be Ripper as Gobble in the middle. The flick past one is going to put Rushy in a tough spot. Gobble reads it, up the sidewall he goes. Jets trying to get something going. Ripper going to take it away from Gobble. That defensive touch is going to send this ball deep into the Jets' end. Rushy, top of the box. Ripper with the clear and the takeaway. Now it's a 2v1. Jets have a chance at this, and Ripper scores. It's a 1-1 game, 2 minutes in.
Great heads-up play by Gobble as well, leading that play, but the pass isn't there. Just tries to play blocker, forcing Alton to go around. Ripper gets the line into the empty cage. Again, keep it simple, make it count, and the Jets tie it up.
About 2 minutes into game number 1 in this set of 5. Rushy and Ripper after the ball. That'll bounce right for Gobble Wobble, and a nice save on the doorstep from Alton. Back the other side. Good read, looking for a double right in front. Chance for Rushy, that's not going to go. Ripper might have a counter the other way. Got to put this on net, and does so, and the Jets turn that one around. It's a 2-goal swing at 2-1.
Huge double commit by the Express on the doorstep there. Rushy just trying to put that home. The contact is made, but it's low on that ball, spiking it up off the crossbar and away. The Jets just let the Express do that one of themselves. They take those, and it's 2 unanswered.
Halftime coming very soon. This will be off of the ceiling and eventually coming down. Off the corner, that's in front. Ripper is there. No, Ripper can't quite get there. Realizes that his teammate is right in the line of fire for that. That's going to be a Ripper towards the net. Rushy takes it away. Halftime now come and gone officially. This will be off the back. Chance for the Express. Towards the net, they score. And tie game again. Deuces Wild at 2:23, unfortunately, Jay.
Yeah, not quite the 5 of a kind there, but the Jets getting themselves in the exact same tough spot as they did last time. They both rotate following the play of the ball. They both try to take a shallow rotation to cut it off when it bounces off the backboard. Contact isn't made, and the Express make a good shot count.
Alton going to have possession of this, and a double demo is going to make it a 1v1 for the time being. Rushy has possession, but gives it up a little bit too soon to gobble. Off the nose of Alton, well read. Another deep pass. This is Alton looking for the finish. This is high off the back, but a little bit too far ahead. Now the Jets have a chance the other way on the counter, and that is going to be Ripper again, making things work with 2 minutes to go. They're up by 1.
It's a hat trick for Ripper, and it's also a hat trick of open net goals, just showing how much the Express are really committing to trying to make their chances count. They're not converting, and it's a big problem right now because the Jets, they're just keeping enough on it to keep themselves in front.
120 seconds to go in game number 1. Jets trying to get one back and take the first 2-goal lead we've seen in this series. Here's Gobble. Off the nose. Rushy takes that one away. Back to midfield. That's a real nice ground pinch, but a little bit wide of the target. That would have been a seed. Ripper seems to be the offensive powerhouse so far in this series, as Alton's going to take that one away. Off the wheels. Alton takes possession, has a chance, angled shot, they score, and the game is tied again. Trays are wild with 90 seconds to go.
Gobble just trying to delay this play, but unfortunately plays it right down with the flip reset to Alton. Ripper desperately coming across, trying to cut that off, and the flick play from Alton a little bit quicker than that goes into the undefended net, and it's all tied up here with 90 seconds to go.
No closer to choosing a winner just yet through just about 3.5 minutes of gameplay. Express trying to get another one on the board and get 2 unanswered, but that's not going to fly. In front, it's a good pass, good possession play from the Express. Pass into the middle, Alton there, shot on net. Oh, it's just off the post, and Gobble gets the defensive clear for the moment, as now he'll wait it out, pass it across for Ripper to get a long clear. Off the corner. Ripper's going to miss on this. Alton takes the ball away. Gobble is going to recover defensively in a minute. Puts the spoiler to it. Off the nose. Gets it up in around 1. Looking to turn this. Tries to get it in front and into frame. Ripper's going to try to keep it as well. Gobble's in the area. Gobble will wait. Turn back on. It goes off the spoiler. Ripper is there. Taken in by Gobble. Gobble trying to dribble play here. He's going to try a nasty little flick up into the air. Puts it right on the nose of the Express. And it's Alton with a chance. Angled. Shot. Oh, they score. What a shot. What an angle. It's a 4-3 lead with 27 to go.
I thought for sure with the way that Gobble turned that there was going to be a play out of the corner. Opts to kind of fake the challenge, and it leaves a shooting lane for Alton. Makes it count. It's just past the reach of Gobble on the turn. And the Express, they finally break serve. They get ahead again. It's 4-3.
Now the Jets in a real tough, unenviable spot. Oh, and a great demo there. Super clutch. Ripper's going to try to put this one towards the net. It'll bounce off the ramp, and Alton's going to go to try to recover it. There's one that ends up as a demo. Rushy trying to keep possession for the Express. Ripper with the catch. Looking at the release. Now has it in his possession. Got to get it in the air. Oh, and nearly lost it, but it's still in the air, but it's going back the wrong way. Gobble keeps it up towards the goal line. Still up in the air as it gets taken off the goal line. Gobble in a tough spot has to make the play on it. And that is going to wind up towards the Jets net. That ends game 1. Final count 4-3 in terms of the Express. It was really nice.
It was a bit of a track meet between the two teams there, and it really just came down to the last couple of chances on either side. We're going to take a look again here at Alton's game winner, as it just put Gobble in a bit of a tough spot, having to make a decision coming out of net to try and make the play in the corner, ends up not doing it, and Alton able to get that one in to take the Express through to a Game 1 victory.
Yeah, it was very, very nice. The Express able to do that on strength of this Alton game winner that we're going to show you here in just a moment, but a nice way to do it, as really the teams right on the went back and forth all the way through that 5-minute stanza, and it should be a nice preview for what's going to come the rest of the series.
Exactly. It was nice. It was high-paced play, but the thing for me is that the Jets' offense really only came off of Express mistakes. When the Jets were put into tough spots, the Express made them pay every time, and the Jets really weren't doing much to pressure the Express outside of waiting for those offensive double commits. Really like to see Gobble step up a little bit more. Ripper with all 3 goals and 3 saves as well for the Jets in that first game. But without that extra contribution from their teammate on this one, I feel like the Jets are going to be in a really tough spot, and Ripper needing to just let Gobble know, hey, get up in this one. I kind of need you to really step up here.
Well, here we go. Jets trying to get an answer here and take this series back to a 1-1 series tie. Gobble's going to be on the corner, and Alton going to be on the other one as we have Game 2 on the horizon. It is Curtis, it's Jay, it's MLE Sports Week number 1, presented by APM Music, and we are back to it as these two teams ready to go after it in the Master League. It's Rushy, back top of the box. Gobble's going to stop that ball, but it's going to put it in a real good spot. Chance off the crossbar, a pass into the middle, but well read by Gobble, and Gobble will try to keep the dribble. Off the corner, Ripper in the area. Tries the challenge, gets the challenge. That's going to Plinko towards the goal line. Good demo on the goal line as well, but it gets cast aside once more, dropping it towards the goal line again. Ripper towards the net. Gobble won't put it in as well. Jets losing opportunities, and finally, Ripper seals the deal and gives the Jets the lead.
Bit of a card change as well for Gobble, switching over to the Dominus between games 1 and 2, as those were opportunity after opportunity, but it started with Ripper's demo on the goal line, clearing the way to force the Express into really desperate times as the last defender stuck without boost, just trying to get touch after touch after touch, and eventually the Jets finally managing to find a way through.
That's going to be back towards the midfield stripe. It's Ripper. Ripper up into the air, gets it past one, gets dumped out of the way. That dump is going to send it across midfield. Gobble in a tough spot. Has Ripper waiting on it. Ripper's going to try to challenge this. It'll bounce into the middle. Alton is in the area. Gobble gets it back to mid, but it's sent right back at the Jets net. That's a problem. That's going to be right there for Rushy. If he can get there, it'll be off the corner wall, and the Jets will be able to recover defensively for the moment as Ripper will send it across into the corner. Good doink defensively, but it puts Ripper in a real tough spot. That's angled at the net. Rushy is there. Got to put this on net. This is going to put Ripper in another tough spot, and Gobble is there as well this time. But Ripper makes the save necessary to get it away. We're a minute and a half in, still a 1-0 lead for the Jets.
A little bit tough there from Ripper, just losing control of that on the clear, needing to buy it, maybe a little bit more time for the Jets to recover their rotation, as it was a good wait by, I believe, Rushy to wait, force that flick, although Ripper gets control of that one, not quite away from goal. It'll slip through, and the Jets lead by 2.
And this is nice by Ripper. Realizes Alton's heading back towards the net and can't quite turn on this. The momentum is going to carry the ball and Alton into the back of the net because of the way they're traveling. Real nice work and nice recognition from Ripper, and it's 2-0.
It was even more complicated, too, by the fact that Rushy came directly back towards goal, almost not recognizing how much difficulty there was in Alton's play, so that the only recourse after the first touch by Alton that was still goalwards was to just confirm the goal for the Jets.
This will be back across the midfield stripe. Ripper will turn on this eventually. Rushy in a good spot to try to take advantage. That's angled towards the net. That's going to bounce also into frame. Gobble needs a clear, and he does put a little extra on it and get it away from the back line. Ripper loses that ball in front, and Gobble's again responsible to get it away from the Jets net and back across midfield.
Gobble with the wobble on the flick to try and get that one clear, but it's still not quite through midfield, despite the fact that the Jets are really controlling that space a little bit better than the Express. It's going to be, I think, a couple more physical plays out of the Express, like we saw in Game 1, to open things up and give them those chances that they need to try and score a goal to get back in it.
This is Rushy. It's Gobble, putting it towards the Express net, but a little wide of the intended target. Back towards the midfield. Gobble with a chance towards the net again, and the Jets having problems putting it in the frame of goal. They were putting it towards the back wall. They've been putting it into the corners. They cannot take advantage, it seems, of opportunities and get the ball striking they needed to get themselves into a position to put this game away.
Well, Express right now as well, they're just getting this ball clear, and they're not really getting it clear far enough. You see, again, two Jets players from the midfield line. Gobble trying to get their big save by Alton, reads the shot well. Gobble without any boost really only had one option. That every time the ball gets clear by the Express, Curtis, there's not enough boost left in the tank for them to get a real good follow-up, and it's letting the Jets have these opportunities to try and put the game out of reach.
Oh, nice pass. Great play. That's going to find its way into the back of the net. Gobble with the finish, and the Jets may have just iced game 2.
It was a great little 1-2-1 off the wheel, well down to Ripper, who beats the first challenge by Alton. Gobble, just enough of a touch to flick it past Rushy, who did everything possible, but couldn't quite get contact. 3-goal lead for the Jets now, as game 2 looks firmly in their grasp.
Absolutely. If you like that play, and you definitely should, you should definitely clip it and send it to us. MLE Esports GG on Twitter with the hashtag MLE Play of the Week, presented by Balls Guarana. It's the player and the play a case of balls sent to them completely free of charge. Thanks to our friends at Balls for that, as they continue to help support the minor league esports community. This is going to be in front. Jets trying to get something else in. Up off the back. Rushy. I think he actually rushed that a little bit too much. This will be a chance in front for Ripper, and that's going to be a save needed by Alton. Now it's a return fire the other way. Still some time left. Rushy needs to make something happen out of this, though. Alton turns away from that pass, and nothing doing. It'll get doinked into the defensive end, and the Express are chasing the game again. That's hard off the sidewall. Trying to keep that one in his Gobble. Alton into the corner, up the ramp. Looking for one more touch, hard off the back. Chance in front, Rushy scores! Far side and in, make it 3-1, game not over yet.
Just enough time in the clock to find 2 more goals if the kickoff goes in their favor. But we talk a little bit about the time on offense for these teams. The Jets, 10 shots on goal to this point. The Express with only 2. We really haven't seen the Jets tested very much by the Express offense this game. And a lot of that just coming down to the Jets controlling that midfield line a little bit better and making sure that when the Express get a clear out, it doesn't go far.
That's Ripper going hard and fast off the back wall towards the net, and the Jets are going to get that one right back to ice this game 2 up. It's 4-1.
Another hat trick for Ripper in this game as well, and this one a little bit more earned, as the quality of goals not on as many open nets as they were in game 1 in that losing effort. Just a masterclass in making an adjustment after game 1. They controlled the midfield, and that's really where they struggled in game 1. The Express punished them in transition after transition and created opportunities from that. This game, no chances like that in the tank at all for the Express, and we'll need to see what they're going to have to do to try and get past this now as we move to game 3.
That will work. The Jets able to take away game number 3. And that was a really nice game from them, a well-rounded effort all the way through. The Express, they're on their back heels. I don't think there's any doubt about that at this point.
Well, it's a 1-1 series now. Again, we'll just have to see if the Express can recognize what went wrong for them in this game. It really just came down to not getting enough control over their own boost in the corners, so that when they get that ball clear, they were trying to get up to get midfield boost as they tried to get that ball, and in doing so, ended up losing control of the ball, and the Jets were just so much better with possession this time around.
That was very, very nice from the Jets in a well-rounded game 2 effort. We'll see if the Express has something to answer with as we enter into game 3. Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. Week 1 in the full scope has been very, very good. Good efforts yesterday from all the teams that played yesterday, and we've seen some good games today as well. Jay Curtis and Jay with you, along with RJ, our match official, and then Simple on the controls as we get into this game 3. Are we expecting things to have some kind of pace change, or are we thinking it's going to be completely breakneck like it has been?
It's really tough to say because it depends on the adjustments. The Jets, I think they've recognized that patience is starting to pay off for them. If they can keep those midfield boosts under control and force the Express to slowly spend their boost ineffectively in their end, then their success will continue. If the Express can be just a little bit more concise in their defensive touches, if they can find a way to buy enough time to set up their rotations effectively, then the Jets might have a little bit more trouble.
This will be towards the top of the box in the Express end real early. As we go along, this will be off hard off the corner. Jets trying to make the defensive play happen, and Gobble gets the clear away. Gobble gets into the offensive end and puts it right at Alton. Pass into the middle from Gobble, who I don't think was expecting that to come right at him. Ripper tries to keep it with him, top of the box for Gobble, and it'll get cast aside. Express have a chance here. needs a decent bounce, and that one's going to get put away. Post to post and aside it goes, as the Jets will get the clear back, and this ball is just traveling at a breakneck pace from side to side, wall to wall, as these two teams really just trade possession throughout the first 30 seconds.
A little bit of a track meet, but a couple of big misses to start this one off by Gobble, in my opinion. One at midfield that set up the opportunity by Rushy as it was put hard off the post, and then another one there, just kind of a nothing aerial. Alton off the top corner and away of the Jets' cage. This is where I really need to see the Jets kind of buckle it down. It's been a little bit frenetic, it's been a little bit frantic, and the Express just starting to set up these rotations might have enough to grind out this first goal.
Corner to corner, side to side, the Express starting to make some inroads here. Alton goes around that corner. The rotation back to midfield is going to set up Rushy on a chance, but it's going to go past him. Alton needs a defensive play and gets one, as that'll go up the ramp and around the intersection. Rushy has it go over him. He's got possession. No real rush coming at him just at the moment. Ripper trying to make things difficult. Alton comes in to get it past him. Gobble. Good clear. Off the corner. Caught by Alton. Alton towards that net, but not quite at the net. Jets take it aside once more. Ripper gets it taken away from him right at the top of the box for Alton, who keeps it on the ground and gives the Express the well-earned 1-0 lead.
It was really just a matter of time, and it's the double commit defensively by the Jets. Ripper in trouble, Gobble trying to get the second touch needed to get that one clear, and Alton just waiting, gets the return feed from Rushy down in front of goal, and the Express finally break through and take the lead at 1-0.
And that is going to be towards the ramp in front. Gobble doesn't have a great amount of contact on that. Ripper tries to get there as well, but right into Rushy, that's going to go. Hard off the intersection. Drops it top of the box, a little over the head of Gobble, who's a little too far forward on it. Defensive play, he's going to touch it into the corner. Ripper has possession. Got to get it past Alton. Alton says no. Gobble with the touch. Caught. Towards the net. Rushy. Top of the box for Alton. Alton with a little bit wide on his opportunity as Gobble takes that aside. Here come the Jets. Towards mid. Ripper. Putting that into the corner and along the sidewall. Gobble. Right wing side. Alton. Jets getting the demo on the goal line. Up is Gobble, gonna try to drop this like a raindrop. Ripper's there as well. That's off the post as well, and the Jets can't buy one with about 2 minutes to go, although through many opportunities they've had.
Good couple of chances here, although the Express doing just enough to understand where the threat is coming from and effectively position the cars for that next defensive play that's needed here. This one a little bit awkward by Alton as the boost got missed in that corner, but as long as the Express can keep this one down at that other end of Salty Shores, there's probably a chance that they'll get through this one as Rushy lobs one from just outside the key and makes it 2-0.
That's a real nice shot from him as well. Doesn't need to rush things here. He knows he has Gobble coming at him, but he's there on top of the ball. I think Gobble maybe backs up, waits on that a little bit. He might be able to cut off the angle a little bit better, but decides to rush instead, and it doesn't succeed in taking it away.
It's unfortunate for the Jets because they've really been struggling, I think, this game against the Express once those rotations got set up. We talked about it between games, Curtis. Once those rotations got set up for the Express, it just felt like they had a little bit more understanding of what they needed to do in this game as Alton over top of Gobble on the goal line just off the far post. And if you see these rotations continue for the Express, if you see them continue to control that space down at the Jets side of the stadium, there's probably going to be more chances for them because the Jets, in this transition, they're not getting the chances of making them count.
And Jets and the Express tied 1-0, and the Jets trying to have this deficit, but also looks like they're not as aggressive on the offensive rotations either. Talking about the Jets, they've been caught in a 1v2 on a couple of different occasions as they are down 2. They got to start making some med roads. Going 1-2 is not necessarily the way you want to do it at this point, you think. 45 seconds to go. Alton sends it deep. More time ticked away. Rushy gets it taken aside from him. Gobble puts it right on top of another Express player. 30 ticks left. Ripper puts that one down. Gobble needs a clear and needs to follow it up. They got to get something going quickly. Alton Gets the interrupt. Back top of the box, back towards midfield. Ripper loses this. Possession play right to Gobble. Gobble flicks around one. Alton is there. Gets it off the corner wall, gets the pinch needed. More time ticks away, and that is likely going to make a clean sheet in game number 3 as the Express come through with a real nice answer as they finish the job, make it a 2-0 win for them in game 3. They take a 2-1 series lead.
It was almost as if the adjustments that I was talking about in between games are exactly what the Express decided to do. They managed to set up that midfield rotation. They made sure that the Jets got put in those awkward spots defensively, and they made sure that the shots that they really did make difficult counted. There were 6 saves out of the Jets in that one, 3 apiece for Ripper and Gobble on the 8 shots by the Express. But you think about the chances that the Express needed to take and make count, Curtis, and they made those 2 count to get themselves this win.
Yeah, that was very, very nice work from the Express. The Jets did not look comfortable at any point in that third game, and that's a credit to what the Express were doing. The reading, but I think the Jets also were to blame for this because there was a lot of possession transition when there really didn't need to be. And the Express were sitting back knowing the Jets were just going to hit it right to them.
Exactly, and that comes down to desperation induced by the Express rotation in the offensive end. As long as they're taking that boost, as long as they're making the Jets have to make tougher and tougher decisions, eventually it just gets to a point where they can't make an effective play. All they have to do is put that ball long and let the Express recover. It's on the Jets at that point, knowing that that's the only play, to make sure that their follow-up sequence is to get boost and really make sure that that follow-up chance that is inevitably coming isn't one that's dangerous.
And we'll see if Game 4 yields a different result. It is a 2-1 lead in the series for the Express as they try to work their way towards a series win in Week 1 of Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. We are underway again as we get going in this Game 4. Jets with the first possession. Immediately it's going to be Gobble who gets it taken away by Alton. Alton been very good at different points of this game, just getting in front of any chance the Jets have to get comfortable in the offensive end. Ripper. Off the post, gets the roll, they score. Jets have the first strike, not 17 seconds in.
Early pressure from the Jets here as Gobble pressuring Alton into that one. Rushy comes across, doesn't quite get the read, and Ripper just putting it goalward, gets a favorable roll off the post and in to put that one ahead for the Jets.
Another possession going for the Jets, but it's taken away. Rushy. Along the sidewall, Gobble makes him meet the bitter end of a demo. Alton's going to miss this chance. Ripper towards the net. Gobble there as well. Gobble is a little late to the party, and towards the sidewall it goes. Chance for the Jets to set up. In front. Angled shot, scores! Gobble puts it in far side from that angle. That's nasty. It's 2-0.
It's just kind of out of nothing, too. Both Express players are back. It's, I think, Alton up top, who doesn't make contact. Rushy forced to come across, and Gobble just finds a seam underneath that hitbox and finds it far post. 2 goals quickly for the Jets in Game 4.
37 seconds in and 2-0 lead for the Jets. They have enough goals now to tie the previous game. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Oh no, the team pinch, back the wrong way. Alton's gonna get credit, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Jets now as it's halved.
Sometimes you just have to trust your teammate to make that play, and Gobble in this case doesn't trust Ripper to get there in time, tries the hero play defensively, can only put that into the Jets net at a breakneck pace. The Express won't care. They take a foothold back in this one.
And then they do indeed. They stop the bleeding. Rushy trying to tie the game, and he does. Look at that, we're not even a minute in and already 4 combined goals.
Ripper just giving a bit too much space there, pulls the E-brake, gets a good line, but unfortunately no momentum to really get a good angle of attack at that ball. The dribbler always has the advantage in that one. Rushy puts it far post and in, and this one back wild. It's Deuces wild. It's a minute in.
Yeah, this is a crazy Game 4, the way this is shaping out to be. Rushy's going to take this off the corner. Gobble in the area. Puts it off the side. Rushy trying to read it and does off the nose. He's going to drop right in front of Ripper. Ripper with a long play, grabs the boost on his way in. This will hit the ceiling and shave it on the way down right on top of Gobble. Gobble does exactly that for the moment, but it's knocked out of his mouth as Ripper will take it aside. Ripper with a dribble. Going to get it past one. Still has possession. Alton takes it away. Alton hard off the side. Defensively touched, but might not be good. Ripper with a good defensive play as well. gets it back to mid. Alton sends it back to Rushy, who has it into the Express corner, where, guess who? The Jets are right there to take advantage. Gobble towards the net, the demo on the goal line, but Gobble's a little wide of the intended target as it remains 2-2. Oh, in front, Ripper, no, what a save! Getting away from that is Alton as he sends it aside again, and the Jets come up with nothing on that opportunity.
It was a big chance, too. It was really well crafted after a stretch of play in the Express end where they were kind of desperate. A demo and a boost grab was really putting the Express under pressure, and the Jets, if not for a big save, might have been up 3-2 here.
A little bit of freestyle towards that net. The air carry is very nice. Passed into the right side. Alton trying to get there, but Ripper jumps in front of it to take it away. Jets with the catch. Gobble with the release. Off of the corner wall, trying to get it there, and Rushy knocks it away. Up is Ripper. That's going to hit the intersection and eventually come all the way down. Gobble in the area as well. Ripper, oh, that's going to get pinched. Ripper has to chase it down in his own corner, but has no rush at it just yet as Alton waits on the sidewall. Nice pass. Shot is on target. Good save by Rushy. Nice read on the cherry picker to keep it at a 2-2 game.
A little bit telegraphed on that pass. Rushy had a good angle to recognize where both the Jets players were, knew exactly what the angle of attack on the shot was going to be, did really well to pressure that play and keep this one tied.
Ripper back to midfield, has a nice follow on it. Second touch is a good one. Around that corner, maybe not as good as he wanted it to be though. Alton in a defensive spot to get it away once more as we play with 1:51 to go. 2-2 game. Jets trying to get something going. Gobble looks to read this. This is going to go into the corner. It'll bounce twice, eventually into frame. That's going to get cast aside again. Gobble down to Ripper. Ripper into the middle. Alton up and over one. Express on the defensive heels at the moment until Alton right there tries to get it home, and it's going to bounce off the bar. Rushy recovers it in his own end, and the Express can set up.
Couple of good chances at either end here, but again, the Express, they need to make this one count. They might do so as Alton from the parking lot puts the Express in the lead.
This looked like a bit of a fake. I don't think it was intentional, but Rushy, who jumped at that ball, kind of froze Gobble and made him think he needed to get up a little bit sooner than what he needed to be. Gobble can't get there, and they put the game up 1-1 for the Express.
A little bit against the run of play too, as the Jets with the better of the last few opportunities, and the Alton on that last one before the goal actually getting past both Jets defenders and then putting it off the bar. That one might have been enough. They're still in the lead here, and the Jets, Rushy in transition will make it 2.
This is a gorgeous looking shot. Ripper, who loses possession of this on a real good interrupt by Rushy, who just puts it off the bumper. No need to do anything much with that as he just angles himself at the net and puts it into the top corner with a roll.
A little bit going without saying too was a slight touch by Rushy on Gobble, who was trying to get a line on that one, just created a bit of wobble in the car of the Octane on that one and set up the shot too on the recovery.
Put a little wobble in the Gobble, I think is what you're trying to go with there, and I very much appreciate the line of thinking. That's in front. Oh, Ripper with a nice save as he comes across, trying to keep the Express out, or trying to keep the Jets out of this game and get the Express a series win. Rushy has to recover it in his own end. Up he goes. He's going to try to follow this towards the mid. Alton comes down. That's going to be hard off the top. Eventually hits the backboard. Alton, wall to wall, side to side he goes. Gobble's going to try to get there. Rushy takes it away from him. This is going to bounce eventually into frame if Ripper has anything to say about it. And Ripper does get it back to midfield again. The Jets try to set up. Gobble towards the net. Ripper puts himself right wing side, trying to get there first. It gets a demo on the sidewall. Ripper dives for the problems, and then Gobble loses the ball, and the Express are going to get themselves a series win in week number 1. Game 4 is officially going to be in the books as soon as this touches the ground, which it looks like they're trying to prolong the inevitable, and it does there. The Express take it. Final count 4-2, and they have a 3-1 series lead.
Well, that's exactly what you wanted to see after a couple of goals against, pulling themselves back in the first minute, Curtis, to try and really make a game of this one, as it looked like it was off to the races for the Jets to start it off. But a big performance by Rushy to pull this one back for the Express to secure the series win. 2 goals on 5 shots, and that one off of the rebound on the sideboards into the near post upper 90 with the bump on Gobble to go with it. Probably the talking point of this one.
Yeah, it's another example of how fast this game can change, because the Jets had the run of play there for a little while as well, but it took one clutch turn from Rushy to get that ball deep into Jets territory and then immediately get the shot in the upper 90 before the Jets can recover defensively. That was a real nice way to seal the game and put them up 4-2 where they eventually stayed.
It was a very fast game happening from pretty much the word go on the opening kickoff, as 4 goals inside the first minute, 2 apiece for either team. And it really just goes to show, though, that the game can turn on a dime.
Yeah.
And if you don't take your chances when they come, and I felt like the Jets were struggling a little bit with making those chances count, then sometimes you find yourselves not able to put the game out of reach, and that's exactly what happened to them there. Now, have to try and salvage the Game 5 win and keep this one close against a division rival.
Yeah, this is a big series. I mean, you say that early season games don't matter that much, but at the same time, you got to win these ones. If you win these ones, you make things a lot easier down the road for you when it comes to the playoff seeding time. This will be into the Jets' end as we start up Game 5 with a Gobble play. Gobble back to midfield, and Rushy will wait on this. Gobble waits, has possession, gets it up and over 1. Alton in the area. That goes off the back. Doesn't matter. Ripper's there with empty net to shoot at. It's 1-0 for the Jets early, 17 seconds in.
Another car change for Gobble, again going back to the dominance, just gets a little bit underneath that ball to scoop it. It's perfect timing. It gets both Express players to bite on each play, each time thinking that Gobble's out of that one. Good recovery, gets the pass out in front, and Ripper keeps it clean.
17 in, and immediately the Express are going to try to answer back the other way. Rushy goes a little bit wide of the intended target. And here we go back the other way for Ripper. Ripper lets that one fall on top of Gobble. Ripper still has possession, though. The flick is good, and it's right down to Gobble. Gotta put that one in, and puts it home. It's a 2-0 lead.
That's exactly what we wanted to see out of the Jets this time. Again, good pressure off the transition. The Express putting themselves in trouble with that early double commit on the shot as Alton and Rushy get a little bit of I got it, you take it moment. The Jets turn it right back upfield, give each other time and space to make the play and to make it 2-0.
Ready to go, 2-0 lead for those Jets, but remember they had the lead going into the latter part of the 4th game, and it didn't quite seal the deal. This will be in front, Gobble there, but he loses the ball to Rushy. That's going to be on target if they can't get there, and it finds its way home. The Express have the deficit, it's 2-1.
Am I watching Game 4 on replay, Curtis? Because this one looks exactly the same. 2 quick goals for the Jets. The next sequence of play, they get a little bit overconfident on their offensive chance. Ripper puts it loose off the backboard. The Express pick it up, and it's an open net goal to cut the lead to 1.
Just 36 seconds into gameplay, 46 seconds into gameplay as well, sorry, as we have 3 combined goals already. We had 4 in the first minute of Game 4 as well. That's going to bounce off the intersection, then hit the ceiling and come down right on Rushy. Rushy puts himself in a tough spot. Gobble is there. He's going to force the issue, and it pounds up against the back wall. Ripper off the spoiler. Has the touch pass midfield. Express keep it in. It goes right to Gobble. Gobble looking for a pinch play off the side, but doesn't quite get the angle he needs. That's going to be hard off the corner. Here comes Ripper. Ripper towards Gobble, and that's into the Express net. The Jets get the goal right back, and we have ourselves a 3-1 lead.
Rushy and Alton both wanting to play hero, both ending up being a goat, as Ripper just picks up an easy amount of possession out of the corner, and you won't get much easier goals than that, especially in Master League, when both of the other players decide to play the same ball.
This is Gobble. He's going to have a chance on the possession, but a nice takeaway coming in from Rushy. Another opportunity. Hard off the back. Alton will wait. Gets a touch on a possession basis towards the side, and at least gives him a chance to defensively recover. Jets have it in the offensive end. Gobble loses this as Ripper waits back. Gobble does make sure to grab some boost on his way back, which will be important. That's in front. Rushy trying to keep the possession. Can't angle it towards the net just yet. That's angled towards the net again. And Gobble down to Alton. Alton with the touch, but not enough on it. Ripper's got a long clear the other way. That's not quite on target. And the Express will take advantage by clearing it back to midfield.
Look at the patience by Rushy as well, not panicking with that ball going goalward. Takes a second to recognize that it's wide, reads the bounce, and then gets control back. Doesn't get the ball upfield far enough to really let the Express get control, but at least away from danger. And that's important here, chasing this game by 2 goals.
2:41 to go. That's going to be their top of the box for Rushy. Rushy off the back. That's going to be a demo in front. Alton. Good angled play. Taken aside. Rushy comes in. That challenge is going to get it taken away. Up the sidewall. It's going to hit the ramp and go up towards the ceiling. Ripper gonna follow this in. Gobble waiting back at the midfield line, gonna try and challenge it now. Express trying to get comfortable. Ripper back in. Jets having a real nice job with possession, at least at the moment. That's hard off the back. Ripper's gonna try to finish it on the other side, not gonna work. Back goes Gobble, and the rotation's looking real crisp for the Jets right now as they are looking real comfortable possession-wise in the offensive end.
As long as they're securing the boost, and in this case they don't, it lets Rushy get control of this one and then pass the first one. Gobble in transition. Open net for Alton. Makes it count. And it's a 3-2 game. The Express cut the lead to 1.
They do indeed. That's a big momentum play. Rushy has the touch into the middle to get it past Gobble. Now it's just Alton and Ripper's a little bit late getting back to cut off the angle. That's a big turn of events for the Express as they get back to within 1 strike.
It comes down to Ripper diving in at the challenge, just a little bit too late to really be effective at cutting off Rushy, and then Gobble on an island, forced into trying to make a play. Alton with a big save, keeps that lead at 1, keeps the Express alive here to take a 4-1 win in Game 5.
Alton going to go towards the sidewall with it. Rushy has to finish that job. That's going to get boomed back towards the Express net. Jets keeping the possession in their possession for the most part. This will be off the back wall. Rushy gets it past midfield. It's going to go off the spoiler of Ripper. Alton towards the net. That's nearly on target. Great save coming up from Gobble to take that one away, and it bounces back towards the midfield line. The Express trying to get something done to get themselves back into it. That's going to be towards the net. He scores. Ripper gives themselves a 2-goal lead with 1:09 to go.
Rushy putting both Express players in a tough spot. Alton missing the boost, just has to try and hover, can't do it. Rushy never getting enough across to cover that one away, and Ripper just jams it home. The GM taking the team in to a 4-2 lead.
69 seconds to go in a 4-2 lead. It's going to be Gobble. Bounces that. Express need a goal if they can, but they're losing the opportunity to get back into this game, and Gobble adds one more. The Jets are looking more and more like Series 1 winners in Week 1.
Well, you'd think that Gobble would have scored on the first one, decided to add some style points as Rushy tried to get back, couldn't read the touch off the rear end of that Dominus, and ends up own-goaling it at the far post. 3 now needed for the Express in the last minute of play to force OT in Game 5.
And this will be the Jets trying to add a little salt into the wound here. This will be Ripper top of the box, and the Express, albeit a very nice effort from them, unfortunately could not get it done in the deciding games of this series, as they had a couple chances to get a series win and just could not get the job finished. The Jets are going to walk away with 3-2 winners in Week number 1's match, as Ripper's going to add one more and make it a 6-2 lead, and they're starting to run away.
Well, they're running away with the game that they need to just take one away from the Express. These divisional games mattering so much. There's the top 2 teams in the division making the top team only making the playoffs guaranteed out of your division. So every game that you play against the division rival has so much weight to it, because not only is it a win for your team, it's a win taken away from the other teams that you're fighting with directly for that direct line into the top 4 seeds of the playoffs.
It's a big, big series to get, no doubt about that one, as we get things sorted at the end of this first week's matches. But a 6-2 Game 5 win is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Jets, as they come through and do what's needed to get themselves in the victory column and start their journey towards a Season 11 playoff berth in the Master League. The ball is going to hit the ground here in a moment. In fact, nope, it'll hit the net first, and finally land on the goal line. The Jets walk away 3-2 winners in this series. That was a fun one, Jay. And back and forth they went. The pace really never slowed.
Yeah, it was entertaining Rocket League. It was back and forth. It was fun to watch, but at the end of the day, I think for both teams to look back on this, there's definitely room for improvement at both ends of the field. We saw a couple of big chances for a couple of players go really wanting for a goal to come out of that one. And you think about it, 70 matches, that's a lot of Rocket League to be played, and every one of those wins, especially if they're decided by 1 or 2 goals, you'll look back on those ones at the end of the day and go, man, we really could have used that win or that goal when we had that chance.
Yeah, there was opportunities abound for the Express to get back into these games, and the ones that they lost anyway, and just did not happen. So, but a huge credit to everybody involved. It was a really fun series and a real fun one to call as well. and hopefully one fun one for you to view at home. And thank you for letting us into your homes on this Sunday evening. Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. That's the second of 4 we have for you today. Curtis and Jay along with you. We say our goodbyes, though, as we welcome in Sleegy and Thunderballs for the final 2 series of tonight. It's going to be the Wizards and Spectre on the other side as we take a break here on MLE Sports. Stay with us.